Right. Going live in 2025. For the last time. I'd say that's a good angle. Somewhat. I think. I'm not too sure. Alright. I guess I'm gonna let that be for a while. I really need to prop this up. That's better. Hopefully I don't damage the yeah, hopefully I don't damage the charger doing that. I'll wake up. I can't really show all the devices in shop because ow. Zapped myself with a chair. Great. I'm also using this as a microphone. I'll turn that off, see if the audio gets any better. I'll have to get myself a audio sampling device, which is just a computer or something else. So we've got countdown going on the Alienware. Failed countdown on the Toughbook, so it's too weak to run one. Newsfeed for the thingy, another computer. We've got the Stone, we've got the Lamborghini. That's about as much as I can show of that without obviously pushing them all together, risking cooking them all. Well, it's already 2026 in Paris. And yes. So I guess we'll be making a video on this as well. This is sound is working fine. I'm probably going to get copyright. That's actually a good thing. I should turn that down because they're going to. Yeah. That was a good catch because I know full well I don't want to stream it. No music. Just the sound of a fan P4 running over. Watching this. I don't think I can hear myself. Somewhat, I think the audio is. If I move further into the shot of the microphone, that would help, wouldn't it? Hello, hello. Yes, that's better. Significantly better. Right, you can go somewhere else because I don't need to listen to myself. Yeah, so we are doing similar traditions what I do every year. So far, we're doing a countdown of the devices that made 2025. So we've got a few devices. We've got the Mitsubishi Pedion, which I acquired at some point, I believe, in June. We have the Asus AI Guru SV1 Skype video phone, which I also obtained fairly recently. The Toughbook CFU1, the Digital Mavica Sony camcorder FD91, my PlayStation 3 CECH LO3 that I recently got recapped, my Surface Pro 3, my Nokia Lumia 640 XL, which was a fairly recent acquisition, my OQO Model 01 Plus, my Apple Newton Message Pad 110, which came on the cruise with me. My tripod's broken. And the Sony Vaio VGN UX 90S, I believe. The Alienware M9750. The Asus Lamborghini VX2. The oh god, it's crashed. The Vigeland Dossier VR. That's bad. I think I might have ran out of RAM on this, so yeah, countdown's crashed on this one. The Stone MR052, the Dell SmartStep 220N, and the Sony Vaio VGN BX51. Bonus devices, the Soundcore P20i, and the Toshiba Transmemory 32GB USB stick that I use for pretty much everything. So yeah, those are the competitors at the moment in the race for 2025. I'm going to try and get the countdown going back up on the Viglen. Its internet connection's still up, but I'm going to have to rerun MyPal. Oh, MyPal's like a live application. It wasn't installed on the computer. I think that's why it crashed, because it couldn't find anything to dump its cache into, and it crashed. That's not good, because it means I don't think I've got any history. There wouldn't be any search history, which is bad, because I can't go back to the website I was on for the countdown. That was the only one I think that worked on this machine. It all has to go wrong right before the end. So far everything else is working. Fingers crossed. We'll keep that streak going. But at the moment, I have forgotten how to use Windows XP. How do you find the... Is it... Oh, it's in my computer. And then removable devices. I would have replaced the CMOS battery in the Stone if I hadn't have run out of CR2032s. So that's fun. Oh god, there's a Sadiq Khan. I don't like what he did with classic cars in London. Villainize them. I'm sure he's a nice guy otherwise, but not my cup of tea. Yeah, I think what I need to do is copy the MyPal folder off the USB onto the computer. I don't exactly remember what the what the web page was. Golden Moments, that's the one. Oh, hello. It has found something in cache. It's loading the site back up. Yeah, there we go. 52 minutes. Fairly sunk up, I think was the word I was meant to find there. Yeah, I don't need anything plugged into the Stone right now, because unfortunately, the Stone, the MR052 here, that is running Windows XP Service Pack 1A, and I need it that way for a very specific reason, because I'm about to infect this thing with a bunch of networms. Most notably Blaster and possibly Sasa if Blaster doesn't do enough damage. And we're going to basically have it spread through to the Viglen, and there's a Panasonic Toughbook somewhere down here. Yep, this one. The Toughbook CF28 running Windows 2000, and there's a Toshiba buried in there as well, which also has XP Service Pack nothing, RTM, XP RTM. So that'll be fun. Yeah, up there is the Vaio BX51, that one Sony model I was drooling over the whole month of, I think, September. Was it October? It might have been even before September, but I was drooling over that specific model, and then I eventually got one. The BX51 XP, the exact model. Yes, this Dell, alongside the Toughbook, came from a faraway place. I believe these are both American computers, or were once upon a time. So that those are both American. This Viglen is British through and through. That one came from recycling. This came from somewhere else, I can't remember. This I was given, this I was given, that I bought, this I purchased, that I purchased, that I bought for myself as a Christmas present, and that I was given. And this I was also given. Yeah. PS3 I bought a long time ago. The only reason it's really made its way into the devices of 2025 is because not too recently I had it lidded. So I figured it was important to share it. Because now it runs much cooler and survived the delidding process, which is all you can ask for from a computer. There's also the digital Mavica. That does not work at all, I'm told. I don't have a battery for it. I can't actually do much with it anyways. Edinburgh, I think, launched their New Year's the same as us, because they're in the same time zone, but yeah, Scotland, Edinburgh, and London do the same thing. There's the Asus AI Guru. Unfortunately, I couldn't tear it apart and put the XP SSD into it, because there would just be too many pieces all over the place, so it's booted into Skype OS. And it's 9 minutes past 11. So it will be New Year's very soon. Yes, I think this will also mark the end of a difficult year for a lot of us. Most of us Brits, the cost of living crisis, all of that, the whole housing crisis, everything that's happened in this country. It's kind of depressing. I don't think it's affected me as much. The only thing that I've really had that has made me not enjoy this good year, I think it's just my job and the stresses that come from it, and it's just I don't think I want to be there much longer. But that's okay. I'll finish the apprenticeship and I'll get a new job somewhere else. I'll be out of their hair, and then they don't have to worry about me cocking things up anymore. So that'd be nice. Yeah. There's not really anything else I can add to this Devices of 2025 thing. I've already gone through all of my previous photographs and posts I've made. This is the stuff that's significant. If I went through everything I acquired, then it would be an enormous list. There's a Chewy somewhere in here that I got recently, but that was featured in the Santa tracking thing I did on the 24th. Yeah, these, if I show these off, what's holding up the Vaio UX and the Surface and this Lumia, these are 3D printed. 3D printed little stands for desks. You can put tablets and phones on. The smaller ones for phones and the wider ones hold tablets. It doesn't hold the Vaio UX particularly well. It's balanced quite precariously on the edge, but I think there's enough leverage so it can hold it in place. But yes, we are 47 minutes from New Year's. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna start the... What's the word? It's not like a VOD, because that's like a video of the whole stream. It's like a sort of... just a video. I'll start the video that's not part of the stream, the video that's part of everything else. Around about 10 minutes to midnight. And then we'll celebrate with the fireworks and a little bit of celebrations and the whoop whoops and all that good stuff, and then we're going to shut everything down and go to bed. That's the plan. Yeah, so I should probably talk about the reasons as to why these were added. I think maybe I'll save that for the video. And then again, I could probably just go now and just discuss everything. So yeah, so the Pedion, the Mitsubishi Pedion, is special to me because I got it this year, and it's because it is quite a rare computer. It is was the thinnest notebook of the 90s. And I believe at some stage, someone somewhere said that it was thinner than a first generation MacBook Air. Can't confirm how true that is, because I don't have a first generation MacBook Air to hand, but it is pretty on par with the thickness of a 2018 MacBook Pro. I think the whole base of the machine is about the thickness of an entire MacBook closed. So that is quite impressive for a Pentium MMX machine as well. And it holds a normal 2.5-inch ID hard drive. There's no 1.8-inch crap, none of that tiny hard drive malarkey. There's no custom SSD in there. It's all not proprietary. It's all normal parts. The only thing that's in there is soldered is the memory. Memory soldered down. No difference to that. The Asus AI Guru never actually intended to get one until someone demonstrated that it is basically an x86 PC in a fancy case, and it is actually part of the Asus E family. So this is an E phone. You've got the E PC, you've got the E box, the E stick, the E whatever the keyboard's called, the E board. I think just the E board. So yeah, you can actually run normal Windows XP. I think XP is the only thing that we've actually got booting. We had two machines, an SV1T, which is the touchscreen model, and the SV1, which mine is non-touchscreen, of course, as you can see. But yeah, this is basically what I thought was hardware for an EPC. It's quite different. It's got an AMD Geode in there, 300 megahertz AMD Geode, 128 megs of RAM. Specs similarly on par with an original Xbox, if not slightly crappier. P3 beats a Geode by a mile, I'm sure. But yeah, this can run Windows XP, or in this case, Windows Fundamentals. Works quite fine. It's got an internal SATA port, and SATA takes priority over the onboard storage. Anyway, I didn't have to cut anything or vandalize the machine anyway, it just worked. The Toughbook, the CFU1, yeah, that's just special because it's a UMPC, it's rugged, and came from America. I think, yeah, 2025 really is the year of the UMPC because I got that, and I got that at the same time. The Fujitsu FO7C and the Samsung Q1 Ultra, they both were prior acquisitions a year before, and they don't really count. The Mavica that I got in November, alongside a motherboard, but the motherboard is just an E-Machines motherboard, it's nothing fancy. It's just a 478 socket board. I'm just going to pop it in a case. Fireworks are going off, as you can probably hear. PlayStation 3, it's a CCHLO3. I've owned that since 2017, I believe. I bought it in South Woodham from a electronics pawn shop. I think it was called Tech Converters or Tech Exchange. Tech Exchange, that's the one. They've since gone out of business. Was replaced by a business called Verisure that make alarms, which subsequently went out of business, and today the building just sits empty with nothing inside. So rip that. It was in. Well, it was working when I got it. It played games. It did get quite hot. I modded the thing. I found out how hot it was running. 90 degrees on the cell. So I took it apart, full of dust. I have a picture of how dusty it was before I cleaned it. And then just a few days ago, we took it all the way apart and cut the IHS, the integrated heat spreader, off the cell chip. Put some new thermal paste on there, glued it back together, and Bob's your uncle. Runs sweet as a nut. The Alienware M9700. This I got as a pair. So there's the black one, there's a green one. The green one's in awful condition right now. Its hinge is broken, the screen's broken, and all the GPUs inside it are dead. This is a was also dead. It only had one graphics card in it. I pulled out the dead GPU, which is an NVIDIA GeForce Go 7950 GTX. I've popped in a second-hand GPU, NVIDIA GeForce 9300 MGT, and that brought it back to life. It doesn't have any support for it. The MXM structure in the BIOS is missing because it doesn't know what one of these is. So as such, it is downclocking the entire system, like you would if you plugged the wrong charger into a Dell. It wouldn't charge the battery, it won't do anything. Power on self-test is halted for 30 seconds, and it beeps with each countdown increment. It's really annoying, and then it eventually boots. So this has the longest post time of any machine I own. But yeah, I'm happy that the Alienware is working. It's the only Alienware I have in my collection that actually works. All of the other ones don't. So that's 3. So this is the only one out of the 4 that work. But that's nice. The Sony Vaio UX. Well, who doesn't drool over these things, man? This I've been wanting forever. And when the time came to get one, I jumped for joy. Got it. It's got bad RAM. The 512 megabyte models especially. The low-end ones, they all suffer RAM failure. A lot of them have screen problems as well, but that's probably from a bad batch of screens or just people popping them down and ruining the living room cable. But it works long enough to get into the BIOS. As you can see, it's 2319, which I can confirm. All the other clocks are synced up. So yeah, the BIOS date and time is sunk, and that's all it really can do. And I think it's a lot better than just having it sit inactive like the PlayStation and the camera. Although it is a Sony product, and it probably would look fine with the rest of them. What else should we talk about? Let's talk about the Newton. Now, the Apple Newton, I got that... when did I get that? Sometime in November. Fresh pack of double A's was included. Yeah, and I decided... when I was about to go on my first cruise around the Mediterranean, I would bring it with me for some note-taking. So I did. Yeah, so it's got all of the notes that I took on that adventure. I do need to export them. I don't think there's any other way of doing it without any specialist hardware unless I beam them. But I don't know if the Newton can support newer devices. I don't know if I can transfer files via IR to an old phone and then copy it over to a computer via USB that way. Or just get a USB to Newton adapter, which I think people sell. Just buy one of those. But yeah, that message pad came aboard the Marella Voyager. And yeah, it was perfect. I don't have anything to complain about with that. And it's also, the date time is fairly accurate. This is, I think, a minute slow. It doesn't have an alarm clock either. I hoped it would. And this has gone to sleep. Wake up, lazy bum. Yes, so this is the OQO Model 01 Plus. It's ultra rare. This I picked up in box with all the accessories and the battery, although the battery swelled up. So that's in a containment thing at the moment, whilst I try and remove the lithium cell and resell it with a new battery. But off the mains, with an original OEM OQO charger. This has got the second generation charger that doesn't explode. I think the chargers are rarer than the devices themselves, so I'm equally as lucky to have that. And the best part is, it has a Sony power cord, because what in life wouldn't be complete without a Sony thing in your life? I mean, yeah. So this is running XP Home Tablet PC Edition. It's got a Transmeta Crucigo CPU at 800 MHz. Runs really hot. It runs really slow. It's a terrible computer when it was new. It's no better now it's old, I guess, other than aging significantly. So, yeah, there's that. Moving on to the Microsoft Lumia 640 XL. This phone I got from CEX as a Christmas present to myself. Merry Christmas, by the way. Yeah, not really much to say about it, other than I got it for the sheer purpose of putting Windows 11 onto it, and then I realised, you need the Lumia 950 XL, not the 640 XL, so I got the wrong machine. but it's still a really cool phone. It's really nice to hold comfortably. It's a LTE model, so it still gets 4G signal, voice over LTE. You can make phone calls, you can take text messages. All of the applications on board are completely obsolete, including Microsoft Edge, which I'm currently using to display the countdown. But there's like people out there that make Windows 10 mobile mods, which this is running, to get it going again. So that's nice. This is my Surface Pro 3. Now, the reason why I'm including this one in this year's countdown to 2025, the devices of 2025, the devices of 2024 featured my Surface RT, which, to be honest, I don't have much to say about other than the fact I got it that year. It's terrible. Keyboard's broken, and it runs Windows RT, and it's crap. Yeah, so this Surface that I'm using to play the YouTube stream for the eventual fireworks display via Sky News is, yeah, it's alright. I've used it quite a lot for network testing and diagnosis off camera. I don't do anything. Oh, hello DVD Blu-ray Studios. Yes, so this I mainly use the Surface for network analysis and just stuff where I need something on hand I can just carry around. I have the keyboard cover to it, but I detached it so it fits in the dock. Yeah, and then that just does its thing. This is the Asus Lamborghini VX2. This I got spares or repairs super cheap. These are quite rare, quite desirable, but I got it very, very cheap. I think I got it for like a tenner. Crazy luck. It works. It's in decent condition. It's got a German keyboard. It's missing all the covers on the bottom. The battery's dead. But the GPU works, and it works. So I put a crappy old SSD in there, and I put Windows Vista Ultimate onto it, and it even has, if I minimize this, the OEM wallpaper. I tracked that down for it. I think there are OEM recovery media for this, which I will obtain later. Yeah, we've already had to faff around a bit with this today. This is the Viglen Dossier VR. This I got from work. Someone brought it in with a big pile of laptops for disposal. This and a Toshiba was the only two that took my fancy from the entire lot. There was a HP and a Acer, but they were from the Windows 7 era, and they were really just junk. They're i3 Pentium trash. Nothing I really like. I mean, if I didn't have one, yeah, I'd consider it in the collection, but I have so many devices, I just can't keep everything. So those I recycled, and I asked if I could take these home. They said yes. Yeah, so I took them home with me. Put hard drive in this, put Windows XP Service Pack 3 on here. I do intend to use this for the virus test, so I have a spare drive with XP Service Pack nothing on it. So that will go in there once this is over, and then I'll set this all back up to how it was, and we're going to have a video in the new year of networking the Blaster/Sasa worm over the network. An isolated network, of course, so it'll be just a switch and 4 computers connected together, and we'll see how long it takes for them to infect each other. So, yeah, the Viglen Dossier VR, it's nothing special, it's just a crappy ODM laptop that's from... It's just a British school laptop. And this is the sort of thing you'd get in fleets for primary schools way back 2005, 2006. School would have like 20, 30 of these, and you'd hand them around to the students during IT lessons if you didn't have a suite of desktops, or teachers would have these, universities, whatever. This is an education grade computer. It's really not spectacular. It's got a Pentium M, really low end chip. I think it's got a gig of memory and a 40 gig hard drive. But I put the drive in there, so the drive doesn't count. Moving over to another British school laptop. That's been the theme this year, British school devices. The Stone ML052, manufactured by First International Computer, FIC, or Fujitsu Siemens. Fujitsu Siemens used this chassis for a couple of their AMLO models. Yeah, nothing really to say about this. This is just a low-end Core 2 Duo machine. I think it's a 3-point-something gigahertz chip. It's got a 15-inch screen, 1280 by 800 resolution. GMA 950, that's about the extent of it. But it's a stone. I've always wanted a stone computer's laptop. I've also always wanted a VigLen, but the VigLen I was going to buy until this just conveniently showed up out of nowhere, so I was like, perfect. So I got the VR and I got the ML052. I have RM laptops, and I think I've got a Novatech machine, which is also British, and an Evesham. So, or Evesham, however you pronounce that stupid town name. But yes, this is the thing. It's running Service Pack 1, as I'd meant before, because it's for virus testing, and none of the modern browser alternatives work for this. So I'm stuck with Internet Explorer 6 in all of its buggy nature, running FrogFind, so it is online. The clock is synced up with the internet. It's 11:28 here in Britain. 30 minutes and 46 seconds to go until the event where Big Ben explodes. Lovely. So let's shuffle over here to this. This is the Dell SmartStep 200N. It's a laptop. It's not a Dell. It's branded a Dell, but it's not actually made by Dell, as I'd later discovered, thanks to the electrical outlet. Shout out to them. They helped identify this computer as an AOPEN or an ECS, I think, G series, G something. Yeah, branded by Dell. It hasn't got a Dell BIOS. It's got a Phoenix BIOS with a Dell logo slapped on it. I wouldn't say it's a terrible computer. I mean, it was, because they actually killed the SmartStep line after only releasing 3 models, a desktop and 2 laptops. I like this machine. I really do. This came from America, so it's got an American keyboard. It's got American stuff on it. There's a piece of software, I think, for a camera that's branded by RCA, a brand I've never heard of. I don't know who RCA are. I think they make TVs. I did some Googling, or they did. They made a bunch of cheap CRTs in the 90s and stuff that were sold in Sears and Best Buy and the like. Yeah, that is the Dell SmartStep 220N. Or was it 250N? I can't remember. There was 2 models of laptop. And then, of course, over here... Good grief, what was that? Oh, the Lumia fell over. I pulled the cord too hard. Yeah, this is the Sony Vaio, or Vaio, however you pronounce it. VGN BX51XP. I had a loving relationship with this thing at one point. Like, I think one came into work for data recovery, but the guy at the end wanted it back, so I was quite sad. And instead of, cutting my losses and saying, stuff happens, I immediately went hunting for one, found one, got one, and yeah, it's pretty much identical to the other one. It even has Windows 7, which the other one had Windows 7, despite having XP in the model number and having an XP sticker and certificate of authenticity on the bottom. It's running 7, and I think I'll keep it that way for the foreseeable future. Another feature about this Dell, which I forgot to mention, was it's running a weird version of Windows. It's running Windows 7, which on a Pentium 4 is something you really don't want to do. But yeah, it's running a version of Windows called 7xDark Deluxe version 4.6 or 4.8. I can't read this font. Yeah, the sounds are different, the icons are different. Go away, advert. It's very weird, but I like it that way. I've already taken a drive backup for just preservation purposes. Let's recover the Lumia. It's fallen over. I've pulled too hard on the power cable that's plugged into my phone, because yes, I ran my battery down before this event even started. Is it still charging? Did I break the port? No, it's still charging. How do you come back out of this? Clear all. Dismiss. Oh, and then swipe back up. That's stupid. I hate that. Yes, oh, someone else has joined the chat. Yes, I did catch that message. The UMPCs, I think, are / were the staple of this year. 3 of them I got this year. They're really, really cool computers. I would definitely recommend having a UMPC in your device collection. They are very, very cool machines. I've got multiple phones as well, but I don't really think any of those really were worth sharing, other than the most recent one, which was the Lumia. Um, and the Lumia is technically a computer. We can class it as a PC. It's a machine. It's a phone. So yes. Oh yes, they are very very expensive. Um, yeah, it's a miracle that I was able to get these for as cheap as I did. But I suppose, well, it's it's the art of haggling. And these all had issues. I pointed out they had problems. I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, they do. Just have them. And I was like, yep, okay, not a problem. So it's nice. It's also the reason why I got the VX2 so cheap, because it literally had a million and one problems. But I think the guy just wanted to get rid of it, and it's just like, please, just take it off my hands. I'm like, I'll have it. I would go down and watch the London or Edinburgh fireworks in person, but I just recommend do not do that. Never do that, because you're just setting yourself up for disaster. You cramp together like sardines. If anything goes wrong, you'll probably be squished in a stampede. The whole thing's televised. There's 40 different cameras all over the place. Just watch it from home, the comfort of your own home. I mean, you can go maybe once for the thrill of it, but don't make it a regular thing. Who am I to dictate? Random field. In all honesty, you've probably been hearing the fireworks going off in the background. Although I don't know if my microphone's that good. But yeah, you'll be hearing a lot of bangs and pops, and even more so once we actually tick over into the new year. Another thing I'd like to see is if any of this stuff actually croaks by ticking over into 2016? 2016. I think I've gone back in time. I've gone back in time. I need to get into the DeLorean. We need to go back. Way back. Yeah. Another funny thing is Skype is dead, as we all know it. But of course, the Echo sound test service is always online. If you ever need a friend on Skype, it'll never let you down. Yes, I think we should also talk about not only the tech that made 2025, but the tech that left us in 2025. As you all know, many different services and things died this year. I'm going to go over three very important ones. The others I don't remember too much about. Of course, we all know Windows 10 on October the 14th went end of life. So Windows 10 now is officially retro. So yeah, Windows 10 laptops are now going to be classed as retro now. And unfortunately, Windows 11, or fortunately, whichever way you want to put a spin on it, Windows 11 does not support multiple computers, as we all know, contributing to the e-waste problem. And yeah, I've scrapped a lot of computers this year. But bonus point, they're getting recycled, so it's free. It's a free for all. And the best part is that I don't think a single Sony Vaio is 11 compatible. The JIP Sony Vaios, they're 8th generation and newer processors, so they can have Windows 11, but they're very expensive. But yeah, all the Sonys will not support 11, so go ham. There are Vaios everywhere now because people are getting rid of them. So I'm gonna have fun. We also lost Skype I can't remember exactly when, but we lost it sometime, I think, in November 2025. Skype is gone forever. Of course, the Skype phone runs a very old version of Skype, which went out in 2017, so that's long dead. But Skype is now gone permanently forever. It's now part of Microsoft Teams, so it will sort of live on a bit in Microsoft Teams. Yeah, the ringtone sounds similar, but they took away our Skype, but they'll never take away the sensation you get when you hear the boop, and you go, oh, you got a message from somebody, lovely, lovely. But yeah, Skype is now no more, rest in peace. We've also lost... what was the third thing we lost? Yes, AOL, America Online, for American people and British people and everyone. America Online killed off their dial-up service some stage this year. Yeah, so yeah, the dial-up service for AOL has been cut off, marking the end of an era for many, many customers in the United States and around the globe. Dial-up isn't dead permanently. There are alternative providers. I think FreeServe is still going around in the UK that do quite nice deals on dial-up connections. But for those that don't know, BT, British Telecom, are going for a complete overhaul of the telecom network in the country. So all of the telephones are going to be switched over to digital and fiber, and the POTS, plain old telephone system, copper lines are being switched off and ripped out. So that will kill off dial-up, and it will also kill off payphones, which is sad. So no one will be at a payphone trying to call home. Or the change I spent on you. Insert the rest of the lyrics here. Yeah. So yeah, that's the tech that left us in 2025, the tech that made 2025, and the tech that will make 2026. Now, I don't really like making predictions, but I think there are two things I definitely want to do next year. There is obtain a Sony Tablet S, which for those that don't know, if you've watched The Smurfs 2, it is the tablet computer that Gargamel used in Paris to write up his dastardly plans or whatever. Massive product placement for Sony. It's a Sony film. It's going to have Sony things in it. There's also a brief cameo of an Xperia Z3, or an M2, can't remember, which is owned by the cat. So that's strange, the cat has a phone. But yes, the Sony Tablet S owned by Gargamel. I will hopefully get one of those and see what it's all about. I did some Googling, and apparently it came with Crash Bandicoot and other PS1 titles preloaded on it, similar to the Sony PlayStation phone. Who remembers that? The Xperia Play. That I want to get as well, but that I probably won't get now. And another thing is, there's an Alienware I have, an Aurora M17X R4 laptop. I only have a screen, a battery, and a bottom case for that, but I am tallying up all the parts, and hopefully we'll have that put together by the end of next year. I think the graphics card will be the hardest thing to source, and the British keyboard, because all the keyboards are different languages, but failing that, I will settle for a different video card, or different keyboard layout. Yeah. So I haven't really talked all that much about the Pedion. I have gone over a lot of these, but here the Pedion is the oldest machine. No, it isn't. The Newton is. The Pedion is the second oldest machine. It runs Windows 98, Pentium MMX. Mitsubishi aren't really known for making computers. They make everything else, from the Evo X, the Pajero, the air conditioning units, VF drives, nuclear warheads, fighter jets. What else did Mitsubishi make? Chemicals, fish, I think. They bought all the fish in Japan, or some crap. Yeah, Mitsubishi is a big company, and in the 90s, they made computers. I have two Mitsubishi computers. I have a desktop, a Mitsubishi CX400, and a Mitsubishi Electric Pedion, which is what this is. It's on a dock. It's got pop-out speakers, which I can't really demonstrate that easily, but yeah. Yeah, they're supposed to pop out like that. Stereo speakers. It's got a CD, ROM drive, no DVD here. This is the 90s. There's a floppy drive on the opposite side. Yeah, this was owned by a friend of mine, and then they didn't want it anymore, and they said, hey, you want it? And I'm like, yes. And they've included the dock. And I think it did have a power brick, but they didn't send that, so I need to get a power brick for it. It's 14 volts, which sucks because I almost didn't have a power brick to run Dell, so I had to panic. But I found one, I think a universal one, that had a Lenovo tip taped to it, so I pulled the tape off, pulled the Lenovo tip off, just a barrel jack, jammed it in the Dell, and jobs are good. So I'll put this back in a good angle. We don't have to really cover the Lumia all that much. All we really need is some angle of every device. We can't really see the Newton, but that was probably why they didn't sell very well, because no one could see them until they had backlights. And mine is a 110 message pad, so mine doesn't have a backlight. Big rip. I hoped it did, but no, it doesn't. But later Newton message pads, the 120 I think has one. The message pad 900, 1200, they all have backlights. The eMate 300 especially has a backlight. I really want one of those. The eMate 300 I actually owned as a kid. And then, of course, as you do as a child, you break things. And it was thrown away. Gutted. Absolutely gutted. I'm just so... I'm kicking myself that I didn't just keep it in a drawer and just, I don't know, drew on it or press buttons. Even if it had the machine and it was in crap condition, I would have been happy with it. But yeah, that, along with many things, just mysteriously vanished one day. Alongside my Xpellair Exodus exhaust fan. Where did that go? I want that back. Another machine I'd like to get, but probably never will, is the OLPC X01, or the one laptop per child. That green abomination with the pop-up antennas, if you know what I mean. It also has an AMD Geode, so it shares some genes with the AI Guru. Why the hell did they call it that? Just AI Guru. There's no AI in it. And it's not a guru, it's a video phone. Just stick with ePhone. ePhone was a great name. Why did you have to ruin it? Yeah. So there's live helicopter pics of London, central London. With 15 minutes to go, give or take. Yeah, everything's a few seconds behind because I can't sync anything. I don't even know how to read a clock. So of course I don't know how to sync anything. Yeah. Yeah, it will be 2026 very soon. I also don't like the fact that YouTube is constantly forcing a pop-up saying, "Don't like this video? Sign in and tell the creator how you think." Well, number one, dislikes don't do anything. Number two, I don't want to sign in to YouTube, thank you very much. This is a temporary device. I don't use it for watching YouTube. I use it for network analysis. And number three, have an X button so I can click out of this pop-up, please. In fact, no, I'm going to tap on it. Go away. There, I got rid of it. Hey, I fixed it. Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, of course, everything's now starting to complain. I mean, the Vio over there is talking about Windows is not genuine. You may be a victim of software counterfeiting. Hashtag I don't care. And the Dell, more fireworks are happening. The Dell, I think, popped up at one point saying Chrome is out of date. Yeah, no shit, really? Pyrotechnics, just call them fireworks. I mean, pyrotechnics is a cool word, but, you know, we know they're fireworks. Not theatrical pyrotechnics, which has a different type of ring to it. They're cooler, although I don't like them. They're cool, but I hate them. They're like fire alarms. I think they're cool, but I can't stand being around them. Yeah. I don't know if anyone's got their clocks set too fast, and they already think they're in 2026 when they're not. Yeah, it's... Well, I would say it's scary, but I have optimism. I mean, this year was crap. We can all agree on that. But there are things that I think this year did well, and I'm very happy that I was able to spend a year. I mean, we did some amazing things this year, as a collective, not just as an individual person. I don't like to brag. I hate bragging. But yeah, I've also noticed the Alienware power button's gone blue. It was orange originally. I guess maybe it turns blue once it loads Windows. I'm not sure. Also, I think the alien head on the back of the screen lights up blue as well, which is cool. I think we've got multiple LEDs in it, so we can show different colours depending on the mood of the computer, if it's angry or not. I know one of the watchers is myself, because I think that ThinkPad's still going on the floor with the audio test going. But that's fine. We have one viewer and 2 likes, so they are the MVP. Yeah, my streams never really garner that many views, unfortunately, because I ramble too much and there's not much fruitful going on. It's just me talking. No one wants to hear me talk. Learned that the hard way. Big F. I'm hearing something making hard drive clicking noises now. Please don't die. Come on. Come on. We can all tick over into 2026 alive. Let's leave 2025 alive. Yeah, so whilst that's going on, I'm going to remove the audio test from the equation because I can't be bothered. None of that. That's gone. That'll tick back down to 1. Big shame. Oh dang, I've gone down to 0. Oh, that hurts. Right, we are 10 minutes in. So it won't be long until, of course, I start the content. So, yeah, many things have happened this year. Sensory overload, yeah, you have no idea. Yeah, so realistically, there is not that much else left to do other than reign in the new year with all of the devices that made my year special. And my bedroom very hot because now I'm starting to sweat. I've had to crank the window open just to get some fresh air in here. Everyone's celebrating the new year. I'm just chilling. I don't really make a big deal out of New Year's. Normally have the TV going downstairs for the extra sort of effect. I've recorded every New Year's that I can think of. Good grief. Yeah, so 9 minutes in, I think I'm going to start the video. So, hello everybody, and welcome to a very, very special video at this time of year. It is, of course, the 31st of December 2025, and I would like to celebrate what I would like to say the devices that made 2025 special to me. So we're going to start off with the Mitsubishi Pedion. I got this sometime, I think, in June or July. This is a very rare computer. It's made by Mitsubishi Electric. It's probably the thinnest notebook alive. And yeah, it is the. It's quite rare, and apparently at some stage it was thinner than a MacBook Air in 2008, allegedly. We've also got the Asus AI Guru SV1. It's Skype video phone. A little AMD Geode shoved into an ergonomic looking case. It runs 128 megs of RAM, has a Skype operating system, doesn't work anymore with Skype, but it's all right, I guess. There is the Panasonic CFE1, a UMPC ultra rugged from America. Got that at some point. We've got a Sony Mavica FD91 floppy disk video camera, a Sony PlayStation 3, CCH LO3, which I got delidded this year, so that makes it significant. My Surface Pro 3, which has made the year quite important for me. I like it. It's my network testing tablet, and I love it. It's never croaked on me, never let me down once. The Nokia Lumia 640 XL, that has made my year for being my Christmas present to myself. Merry Christmas. The OQO Model 01 Plus UMPC, Transmeta Cruise-Go CPU, came in the box with all the accessories, very, very nice. The Apple Newton MessagePad 110, that, as you all know, came on the cruise with me around the Mediterranean. I wrote all my notes in there. That's a lovely little device. The Sony Vaio PCG, VGN UX90S, the UMPC I got that was broken and has RAM issues, but works enough to display the clock in the BIOS. The Alienware M98750, I got that forever ago, but I only just put a new GPU in it and a M9300 GT GeForce running Windows 7. The Asus Lamborghini VX2, Windows Vista. Got that very, very cheap, and it's a great machine. The Viglen Dossier VR and the Stone ML052, two British school laptops. That was a theme this year, alongside the UMPCs, so that was a theme that I went with. We also have the Dell SmartStep 220N, running Windows 7 XDark 4.0 RG, whatever that is, Windows bootleg. We have the Sony Vaio BX51XP, a computer I was drooling over for a short period, but eventually got one. We're also celebrating the new year with my Soundcore P20i earbuds, my 32GB Toshiba Transmemory flash drive, which I'd re-found after several years of being lost with all my lost stories I wrote on it, so that's nice. And yeah, that would make all of the devices, but there is one device I haven't talked about this year at all. And it's the device I'm using now, my Nothing 3. My smartphone, which I got this year as a replacement to the Samsung A14 5G that my friend Alfie gave to me. Love that phone. It did the job. It wasn't brilliant. It was a budget phone, but it was really needed at a time where I'd destroyed my Pixel. I was using like a bunch of broken phones that just didn't work, and I needed a phone, so Alfie came to my rescue with that phone, and it worked. And then I got my Nothing 3. It's been brilliant. I love it. It's got the glyph matrix on the back. It's got the 4K cameras. It is brilliant. My only complaint is it doesn't have a headphone jack, but what does this? Yeah, so we are 4 minutes away from... Yes, we are 4 minutes away from the new year, 2026. Hopefully ushering in many more devices, many more fun moments. The fireworks are going off early because this is Britain. No one pays attention to the time, or everyone's clocks are incorrectly set because the clocks went back forward or whatever. The clocks did a roly-poly flip. Yeah, we are 3 minutes away now from the new year. Everything is on. I want to hopefully try and keep everything awake. I don't want anything going to sleep. For this moment, I should have turned everything's ability to go to sleep off before this, because I had many hours to prep, but I didn't listen, did I? And now we're 3 minutes away, and I haven't got any time at all. I could have also done something with this stone, but unfortunately, because of certain circumstances, I had to leave it as is. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, I'm going to sit back now. Still back in central London with all the fireworks. I would love to know how much money they spent on that every year. Yeah, we are 2 minutes away now from the end of the world, from the new year. It's going to be extreme. Fireworks are going off. I can only imagine this year's going to start off with a bang. It's going to be brilliant. I'm excited. I hope you're excited if you're watching this in the after edit or live. Currently, no one is. But I had some people, so that's nice. Hopefully after this I can shut all of this stuff down and stop generating heat and close my window so I don't get cold. Oh crap, the Dell's gone to sleep. Wake up, wake up. We are 2 minutes and 13 seconds away from the end of the world. I mean, the new year. Oh my god, what? Windows 7 restart to install important updates? No, not now. This is a very, very, very important thing that we're going through right now. No updates. No updates, no sleeping, nothing. No sleep. Oh yes, I remember Paddington was projected on the screen. In fact, if I tilt this enough, we can get the seconds and the menu. Alright, so we're going to leave central London, we're going to go to Scotland. This is amazing. Yep, it is almost midnight according to all of these clocks. We are 1 minute. 1 minute away from New Year. I'm excited. I don't know if anyone else is excited, because I sure am. So much has happened this year. Lots of stress, lots of pain, lots of heartache. But we can leave it all behind in 2025. We are now almost 30 seconds away from the new year. Oh wow. The Dell's decided to go crazy. I don't actually know how long it's going to be. Because all of this stuff is out of sync, so 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on there. Yep. Happy New Year, I think. We're going to just focus on the fireworks now. Everything's largely ticked over, I think. Fireworks are going off. Am I in 2021 yet? 8, 7, 6, 14, 13. Happy New Year! Happy New Year, everybody! Welcome to 2026. Everything's still alive, as far as I'm confirmed. Let's have a look at... No, the Newton's still in 25. There we go, the SV1 switched over. Pedion's in 26. Alienware. We are 42 seconds into the new year. Yep, Happy New Year, according to the Dell. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. 2026, yeah, the Vio's there. The Stone thinks it's in 2025 February. So that's broken. Yeah, that's in 26. My Lumia's in 2026. And let's celebrate with the Newton together. 2026. Let's make this a year to remember. Yeah. I can't really show too much of the fireworks with the sound on, because of course there's music in there, it's copyrighted, I can't show that because they will shut me down. Yeah, wow, this thing really is behind. Come on, tick over. Come on, Newton. Come on, join us. Join us in 2026. The Stone I'm just disappointed in, it thinks it's February. Oh no, it's just started 2025 all over again. The Stone doesn't even think that 2026 is a thing. It's just like, nope. There we go. It's now midnight on the Newton. We are in the new year. 2026, everybody. As I turn to face the fireworks on the Surface Pro 3, we have celebrated a lot. But now, yeah, we can enjoy the new year together. Many new devices to come. Many new things happening, of course. I'm pretty chuffed. Yeah. Happy New Year, everybody. Oh god, here it comes. All the fireworks are coming out now. Oh, Lord above. Oh, it's happening backwards. It's happening the other way around. Excuse me, camera. Sorry if I can't hear out golf. I want to have a look over here. It's my neighbour. It's almost my bloody neighbour. Neighbour's fireworks going off. There we are. 2026. Pedion showing 2026 as a year is just baffling to me. Windows 98 in the big 2.6. We got Windows 98 in 2026 before GTA 6. There we are. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. New Year's. I don't know what else to say. Like, I've run out of things to say. But yeah. Happy 2025, 2026. Don't bad Luke, don't do that. Happy 2026, everybody. Here's to hoping that everything that you want to happen happens this year. More things in the collection, obviously, to come. Many projects, many people. We'll meet new friends. We'll meet new... Things will happen. So happy New Year's resolutions to hand, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to wrap it up here in a bit because I want to go to bed. I want to also turn all this stuff off and let it cool down, because the last thing I want is my Alienware's GPU cooking itself, although it's done pretty good. It's been running for 3 hours, uninterrupted, so that's good. But yeah, fireworks are going off everywhere. AI Guru, does it show that? No, I don't want contacts. Does it actually show the date and time? Video sound profile network advanced. I think it's under advanced. There we go. Time and date. 1st of the 1st, 2026. The AI Guru is in 2017. If I keep getting the year wrong one more time, I'm going to croak. Ooh, that was a big one. Bloody hell. If we're not violating international aerospace laws with all that now. Yeah, a lot of these big old fireworks. Proper big flashes as well. You can see them flashing away on the sidings of the houses out front there. Yeah, nuts. Again, the fireworks display budget they've got for New Year's is incredible. They have spent many millions on this, I can assure you. Yeah. Yeah, they've got some big ones out for this year, I'm sure. Well, looks like the OQO was the first one to go to sleep. Well, I think the AI Guru was. OQO was the second to go to bed. Yeah. This is it. New Year's. So I think we're going to start putting some of the stuff to bed. I mean, Newton especially, I'm running its battery down on purpose here, so let's not do that. So, preferences, sleep. We'll set the sleep to after a minute. Ultimate battery saving technique here. It's 12 on the clock. There you go, January 2026, as you can see on the Apple Newton message pad. Focus. Newton message pad is in 2026, so good night, Apple Newton. You've done us all a solid tonight. You are the MVP. Good night, Apple Newton. He's going to bed now. Look, I'm going to tuck him in. So yeah, that is it. Newton message pad is off. Ready for bed. I'm going to shut down the OQO next. Mostly because I don't like the charger. The charger makes buzzing noises when it's not on. It's going to forget it's 2026 because I'm going to turn the power off and it hasn't got a working battery, so it'll forget everything. A lot of these will forget. There you go, Windows XP shutting down in the big 2026. We've got XP in 2026 before GTA 6. Yeah, there are fireworks going everywhere. This is a small village, or a small town, I should say, and yeah, people celebrate 2026 like it's going out of fashion. I did have a bunch of Pringles earlier. Actually, no, I'll leave that plugged in for the time being. Although it's probably now already lost its seamless settings, so that doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'll put the Newton back on the table. We'll just leave everything on the table, just power it down. So, powering off the Nokia Lumia 640 XL, the big 2025. Salutations was worth it. Turn off the VIO UX. Yep, VIO UX is now shut down. Fine, Windows, you can install updates now. Bloody thing. Let's power off the... Well, let's shut down Google Chrome first. Let it cool down a bit, because the fans always ran up to full. Let's shut down the Viglen Dossier VR. You can hear those fireworks on the Surface Pro's terrible speaker. The hard drive and the Viglen struggling in 2026. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. Don't croak us. Maybe we'll give that one a moment. We're going to shut down the Stone. Stone's been an absolute pleasure to work with this year. Power that down. The Lumia turned itself back on. No, off. Go to sleep. There we go, the Stone is off. I'm going to disconnect myself from the charger real quick here. Shut down Windows 7 Xdark Edition on the Dell SmartStep 220N. And we'll also shut down Windows 7. I believe this is Windows 7 Ultimate on the Sony Vaio BX51XP. Is it 7 Ultimate? Yes, it is Windows 7 Ultimate. Oh, my goodness, tripod's failing me. Yeah, I think the Viglen's hard drives died. Great. Yeah, we're going to shut down the Asus Lamborghini, which of course is also going to install updates because, well, that's just how Windows works. Let's shut down. Shut down the whatever this is called. Shut down the ToughPad, I should say. I need to reattach the stylus to the carabiner on the back, just so I don't lose it. Let's also shut down the Asus AI Guru. It's been on all day. Display the moon symbol. There you go. There you go. The Viglen has also decided to join the land of the living. That's what's going on with these. Okay, that's finally shut down, but that's restarting. That's going to be really annoying in a bit. It's going to display, oh, you haven't got a valid MXM structure. Oh, stupid beeping sound. And it will do that for why 30 seconds and why not 10? There we go. There goes the Viglen. Viglen's changed its mind. The Lamborghini's still doing Windows updates. Lumia's turned itself back on again. No power for you. No power for you. Switching off the charger. So now you haven't got an excuse to turn back on. There we go, then Alienware's booting back up. Was that 12 minutes? That felt way longer than 12 minutes. Of course it's bloody cold. It's December. Oh crap, we didn't turn the Pedion off. Yeah, there you go. Mitsubishi Pedion shutting down. Leaving 2026 behind. Sorry, 2025 behind, I should say. Yeah, so the final 3 machines that remain on in this race is the Alienware, the Asus, and the Viglin. What will win first? I'm putting my money on the Viglin. Won't be the Alienware because it's just rebooted, so it's starting up. I also have not powered the Surface off, but that's because I intend to watch the rest of the broadcast later in bed. And then I'll shut it down when I feel like it later. Video 2026, the year of many things. Hopefully, Sony Tablet S and an Alienware. Those are the 2 I hope to get working, anyways. But yes, there's 2020. Well, actually, ouch! I've just zapped myself with my chair because I'm rubbing up against it. I think it might be this USB drive it's complaining about. If I unplug this, will it just shut down normally? Oh, there you go. Yeah, it was the USB hanging it. That's gone. Yeah. So I will have to clip that clip out of New Year's. Selling Britain by the pound. Oh, there we go. Shutting down. What will win first? I think it will be the Lamborghini. Followed miserably in last place by the Alienware, which didn't have fair odds. There we go. He's gone now. And yes, the room goes to a ghostly silence as everything is now shut down. And yeah, so whilst we leave the Surface playing its video clip, I want to leave this behind saying thank you all for watching. Thank you all for tuning in if you did. Thank you all for liking and leaving comments. Thank you all for that. And with that, Happy New Year 2026. See you then.